A big hello from me and welcome back to Paul Rolls Dice, and today we are taking a look at Mass Effect, the board game, Priority Hagalaz. Now, I didn't back the crowdfunding project for this one. I had a couple of games on the go already, but I am a huge Mass Effect fan, and this piqued my interest specifically because one of the game designers, Eric M. Lang, designed one of my favourite board game or IP to board game projects, which was Bloodborne, the board game. I absolutely love that game, so I'm really excited to this. I don't really know much about this. I stayed away from it. My Mass Effect knowledge is quite good, so we'll see what this does. Let's flip it over. It is, again, another one of my kind of meta games. It is a narrative adventure book, ring-bound book with rules on one side, mission on the other side of the page. I do love these kind of games, but anyway, let's take a look at the narrative and set this up. The Reapers have invaded the galaxy and the Citadel racers are on the verge of losing the war. In a race against time, Commander Shepard must lead their squad through a crashed Cerberus cruiser on the remote world Hagalaz to uncover its sinister secrets, but deep within the shattered cruiser stir dangers far worse than the Cerberus forces that guard them. Okay, so Mass Effect is a cooperative story-driven game for 1 to 4 players. It has a branching narrative campaign allowing for multiple playthroughs with a different experience every time. The story changes in response to your actions. Your early choices influence later missions. Okay, so content-wise, rulebook, narrative textbook, mission book, campaign map board, 6 squadmate miniatures. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Instead of reading this off, let's actually just dive into it. The contents kind of look cool already. Really looking forward to this one. So first up we have the mission book. I won't spoil this if you are looking to play this, myself included, but I will kind of briefly flip through the setup. Like I said earlier, one side tends to be the rules, the other side is the mission, and you play through the pages. Some narrative adventure books have a if you fail, replay the mission. Kind of like Gloomhaven, you can do that with Gloomhaven, but other ones are, even if you fail, just turn to page blah blah and continue. So those are the mission pages. Again, I'm just rushing through this because I don't really want to spoil them. So that's that. We'll move that out of the way. Very nice quality though as well. We have the rulebook. Now, I have stayed away from most spoilers of this game, but I do understand that the rulebook isn't presented in the best kind of format. It tends to be a recurring theme with a lot of games right now, but thanks to websites like boardgamegeek.com, where we can actually have discussions and narratives with the creators of the games, they do explain that a lot of the time they are on time constraints, page count constraints, so it can kind of crunch down the things, but there is some really cool user feedback on boardgamegeek.com for this game, so when I do set up and play it, I will be using that as well. We have a narrative book. Now, this is really interesting. So when you do certain things in the games, it will say, go to narrative number blah, blah, blah. You'll read this, get a little bit of flavour text. And this is going to be similar to an upcoming game, another video game adaptation board game, actually called Metal Gear Solid, which I'm really looking forward to. There is going to be a narrative book in that as well. Next, we have a campaign map. Now, this is kind of similar to, let me just move that out of the way. There is Avatar: The Last Airbender at Crossroads of Destiny. Again, another ring-bound adventure book. And you do kind of follow a narrative tracker where you track your experience points and your advancement through the game. This looks very similar, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice way to keep track of things as well. That's cool. Little reference sheet on the back for terrain, icons, squadmate, keywords, all that kind of stuff. That is really good. It's all printed on nice quality glossy card stock. Next we have, if we just pull the box back, we have, right, so these are the character cards. Bear with me a second, I'm going to kind of get the camera set up a little bit better. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, we've raised it a little bit so I can kind of pull it that way. There we go. Okay, so we have Commander Shepard, actions, name, pronouns, experience point tracker. These will be the skill trees, so when you level up, you'll get to choose to do things and kind of build Shepard how you want to. And the cool thing is, if you flip them over, we also have FemShep. So you either place Commander Shepard or FemShep, which is really cool, your preference. The other characters available in the game, we have our lad, our boy Archangel, which is Garrus. And on the other side, because there's no Fem version like there is with Shepard in the video games, it's just some nice information about Shepard and other parts of the game mechanics, what you can utilize on the sheet when you are doing the missions. Next we have Liara Tassoni, the Saurian scientist. Very, very cool. I won't go over all of these kind of things. If you've played Mass Effect, you'll recognize lift, biotic stuff, singularity. These are all skills, attacks, effects in the video games. I'll probably dive into those more when I actually set up the game and play through it, which I'm hoping to do. We have Tali. Again, another really cool character. If you play Mass Effect, we all love Tali. We all defend Tali until the end of time. Again, these character sheets are really, really nice. I was thinking of laminating these, but for longevity, but I don't think I need to be honest. And then we have the boy, the absolute unit, who is Urdnot Rex, the Krogan beast. We absolutely love Rex. He's one of my favourite characters in the game. So Blood Rage. So these, if I just flip back, because I have kind of breezed over them, we have a passive ability that all characters have. So Tali has that, Rex has Blood Rage. I'll just read this one. During setup, place your 5 Blood Rage tokens on the Rage track with their calm sides face up. Okay. When making your strategy roll, flip a calm token to its enraged side for each star result you roll. Okay, nice. So the angrier Rex gets, the better, to be honest. The artwork from the video games is really, really cool as well. So that's those. Next, we will take a look at tokens. Now, I love tokens, particularly thick cardboard stock tokens. It means they're going to last longer. So we have lots and lots of enemy types. We have husks, cannibals, marauders, character tokens. I'm assuming this is if they're downed in the game. Clue tokens, and then we have other enemies, brutes, scion, assassins, guardians, drones, damage tokens. Flip these over. I'm assuming those are if they're on the dead side or kind of like KO'd side or whatever. So there we go. I will learn more when we play it. We have the Earth Defences kind of logo there as well. More enemies, really cool. Damage output and shields maybe. I don't know. We'll learn. Flip those over. One of the tokens has popped out. Let me put that back in. I do get rid of the card sprue eventually anyway. But yeah, so that's all of the tokens. Next, onto the bottom of it. I like that. Now, the other game I did an unboxing for recently, the Halo Flashpoint, is a similar kind of setup with a plastic protector above certain things. But it didn't have the Halo logo. That's cool. That's a nice little thing. Lots and lots of baggies for our tokens when we open it up. Some really nice cubes. These will track certain things in the game. I love these kind of things. The first time I saw these was in the King of Tokyo game, and then the Skyrim Adventure board game has them as well. We have a whiteboard marker, so that's why the sheets are all glossy. We can write on our campaign board and our character sheets and things to keep track of stuff. We have a very cool little baggie for tokens. Well, not a baggie. Drawstring bag with the logo on again. Really nice. Basic print, but that's pretty cool. They didn't need to give us that kind of stuff. We have an absolute block of cards. Again, I don't really want to spoil this, so I won't go into these, but these will be narrative cards, stat cards, equipment cards, all of that kind of stuff. We'll take a massive dive into those at some point, but because I don't want to spoil the campaign, I'm not going to bust those open. Next, we have the bespoke dice of this game. So instead of just using standard dice, we of course have special printed dice, and that is a ton of dice. Jeez. Okay, so exclamation mark. That's an advancement or something. There's the star that Rex can roll to do certain things, and then we have a different coloured dice. They'll come into play. Really nice. I mean, I guess you could use this as a makeshift dice tray if you wanted to, but I mean, Paul rolls dice. Paul has tons of dice trays. So that's the dice. Anyway, we've got some silica. Remember, don't eat this. It is not delicious. Let's take a look at these figures, actually. Shall we start with... Let's have a look at this one. That is Commander Shepard. Let's take a look at the print. There are some mould lines. They're not the worst, though, which is really, really cool. I will be looking forward to painting these, but Shepard does have a rifle and then his little biotic fist. That's going to be interesting to paint. I may have to look on YouTube to see how other people have painted these, but that's Commander Shepard. Really cool. Next, we'll take a look at Rex. Man, I like that sculpt already. That is really, really nice. Not Rex. That's going to be fun to paint. Next, we have our pal. Is that... Oh, that's Femshep. Okay, so we get Shepard and we get Femshep. So that's really cool. So there's one of each. Makes sense. We have Garrus, Archangel, the Turian soldier. Very cool. Very, very nice. And then we have Liara Tassoni. So she has a pistol, and then she has, I think that's some kind of psionic energy ball that she's about to throw into someone, a singularity ball or something to wreck them up. And then finally we have the marauding Tali. I can't remember Tali's surname, but anyway, she lives on the flotilla that all of her species do, and then they head out into the galaxy and, you know, make their way, find their way. But anyway, enough of the lore. So that, my friends, is Mass Effect, the board game, Priority Hagalaz. Very, very cool components. Really, really looking forward to playing this game. What do you think yourselves? Are you a Mass Effect fan? Has this piqued your interest? Are you into the sci-fi stuff? Will you be playing this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome one, and I will see you in the next video very, very soon.